Students, good evening. Today we will talk about costing with reference to tourism. It's a part of operations management in BBA and MBA. After completing this session, you will come to know basics of costing in tourism management, and you will understand types of costing. What are different types of costing? Students, as we know, a tour package is very common activity in tourism industry. So when you take any tour package for a travel agency, so you can find out different elements and components of that tour package. In that tour package, there are tourist transports like coaches are there, buses are there, or maybe cruise is there, or railway journey is there, or air journey is there. Second component is accommodation part is there. Third is visa processing. Fourth is escort or leader or guide you may be appointing. Then transfers are involved in a tour package. Incidental expenses are there, and administrative expenditure is there. Then there might be some extra services in a tour package. So students, you can note down these things separately, and then you can find out sum total of total expenses you are doing in a tour package. When you are doing this exercise, you will be able to know, you will be able to find out the process by which you can tell your customer total amount which you are expecting from him. So the total amount which you are expecting from a customer, that depends on total expenditure you are doing in your company, travel company. So total expenditure for tour package for one passenger is cost of that tour package. The money which you are asking from the inquiry or prospect, that is the price of the tour package. So I hope this concept must be clear to you. So what is costing? Costing is the process by which we determine total expenditure on particular activity, particular service, or production of particular material or product. uh, when you are keeping record of all these things, all these activities, that is known as cost accounting. And basic principle of all kind of methods, all kind of costing methods are same. So roughly when you are doing any kind of costing, which we will study in the later part of this session. So roughly that principle is same. Students, here I have given one table. In this table you can see that we can divide total service into material, labor and expenses. So what kind of material involved in that product or service or manufacturing or production? Then labor cost, that is B, and expenses, that is C. So here material is A, labor is B, expenses are C. So when you are finding out sum total, that is A plus B plus C, that is D. So we can say that D is the cost of the service or cost of the product. Now let us study something more in costing. So when you are working on any job, on a particular job, distinct job, or particular product, so which is non-repetitive in nature. For example, you are going to develop a destination. For example, you can take a Statue of Unity in Rajpipla in Narmada district. So when Statue of Unity was created as a new or niche tourism destination, so and if you are the overall in charge of that project, so that is a job. So when you are finding out cost of a job and that cost is unique, so that is known as job costing. And suppose there is contract, one company is given you contract, government has given you contract, and job is a big job. Like I told you, Statue of Unity, that is a big job. So actually that is a contracting. Okay, so when you are finding out cost, so that cost is contract cost. So contract cost and job cost are almost same. Contract cost is used in places where we are dealing with bigger projects like shipbuilding, development of new destination. But both the kind of costing, job costing and contract costing, is known as terminal costing. Now, if suppose you are working on a project, you are developing one highway or road, or you are developing one flyover, you are working on a big project, and you are working for the government, because government is hiring you, government is assigning you that job. So here government will tell you about the total expenditure plus some overhead expenses. Overhead expenses means incidental expenses, okay, because of acceleration of prices which you are trying to find out. These overhead expenses are included in this cost. So this cost is known as cost plus costing. This method is known as cost plus costing. Suppose you are working on some process, and that process is expedited in groups or lot. So suppose one lot is manufactured, then second lot is manufactured, then third lot is manufactured. So here you have to find out cost of a lot, and then you can find out unit cost. So this trend is very popular in pharmaceutical and food items, manufacturing of food item. So here what you will do, you will find out total expenses, then you will divide total expenses by total number of units. For example, you are taking out cost of a car rental company, taxi. So total taxi, suppose there are 10 people, they are sitting in a car. So total expenses divided by 10. So that will be the cost per passenger. So operating cost is popular in industries like tourism industry or service industry. Then next costing is departmental costing. Departmental costing, suppose one department is doing a job, okay, so that job is known as that. So that department will take into account administrative costs also, various other factors also. So that costing is known as departmental costing. So it is also known as output cost or single cost. So we can say that cost means input to output conversion, total expenditure which incurred for conversion from input into output in manufacturing of a product or service. Low conversion, then low market leadership, and high conversion means high market, high cost of the product. So if you are able to keep cost of the product low, it means you can sell more volume and you can lead the market. That is why we can say that market leadership is there if cost of conversion is less. And if cost is high, you cannot lead the market. Your product might be expensive product. So here I am not talking about mobile category. For example, one brand is expensive brand, second brand is low cost brand. Here we are talking about costing only. Costing, we can also say that fixed cost is there, variable cost is there, then total costing is there, marginal costing is there, semi variable costing is there. So these costings are used in different places. So costing, as I told you, let us sum up: single costing, job costing, batch costing, process costing, and operations costing. As we are in tourism industry, you might be aware about itinerary costing. Suppose you have prepared one travel plan, and if you can do costing of that travel plan perfectly, it means that you can lead the product. You can work as a leader in the industry. What is the basic difference in costing and pricing? Expenses in production. When you are finding out total expenses in production, that is known as costing, and how much customer or tourist is ready to pay, that is the price. So that is the basic difference in costing and pricing. Students, now it's your turn. You can try these questions. What is inventory cost? Differentiate cost and price. What are various types of costing? What kind of costing is used in railways, airlines, theme park, and other related or allied sectors? I will be waiting for your responses, feedback.